In Korea, everything is like pale, 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 pale. Let's say something that I'd lost rather would be my patience. Hello, friends and family. This is Megan Moon, aka 저는 미국 사람. And welcome back to the studio for another talking video. So over the years, I've made a couple videos about habits that I realized that I picked up since having been in Korea for so long, and I realized that there are so many more habits that I've picked up from living in Korea. And if you've been in Korea for a long time, maybe you picked up these habits too. Okay, so the first one. If you watched the video that I did with my husband and the babies going to Daegu Island, then there's one part in it where I'm scooping the rice in the spoon and I'm forming the rice into like a nice little flat surface using the side of the bowl in the spoon. I don't know what it is, but a lot of Korean people do that, and just being here so long, I didn't realize, but I started doing it too because Mr. Moon does it. And I don't know, it just makes it taste more delicious, and it's also easier to put in your mouth because stuff is not like hanging out everywhere off the sides. Like a bibimbap, you mix it up and there's all kind of like vegetables sticking out on the rice. But yeah, I realized it while we were filming that video. I was like, oh, this is a habit. Moving on. The next thing that I no longer do is I no longer hold doors for people. You know, in the US, someone walks through a door, they're really close behind you, you typically will hold the door for them. And I think I've mentioned this years ago how when I first came to Korea and someone's in front of me and we're so close together, I just assumed that they were gonna hold the door so that I could go in because I'm literally right behind them. And then they close the door right on your face. It used to really bother me. I'm like, I am right here behind you, sir or ma'am. Like, please just wait a second at least so that the door doesn't like close on me and I have to reopen it so I can just grab it when it's already open. But I don't know what it is. It's just not a thing that a lot of people do, hold the doors for people, unless you like have a stroller and pushing babies. Sometimes people will do it. Even still, when I have a stroller with babies, all the time people don't hold the door. And the reason why I stopped holding the door is not to get revenge on those evil people who don't hold the door for me, but it's simply because some people feel rushed to like go through quickly when you're holding it and they feel a little bit uncomfortable. And then also sometimes if you're holding the door, people will just keep coming through. Like if you're in a busy area, like near a subway or a busy mall, people will literally just keep coming through. Nobody even says thank you or anything. And eventually you're gonna need to let the door go and like go about your day. Let the door hit who it may. So speaking of that, another habit that I've picked up, or let's say something that I'd lost rather, would be my patience. In Korea, everything is like pale, 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 fast, 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 fast. You get fast delivery. If your car breaks down, you call a tow truck. There are literally tow trucks just waiting everywhere. They literally will come within a few minutes. You need to get your internet fixed. You need to get your AC fixed. Like everything happens quickly. You go to the government office to get, I don't know, passports for your kids or to get some sort of document. Like it happens immediately. In America, it's like 6 to 8 weeks later. In Korea, at most, maybe 3 days, but typically most everything you need can be done right then and there, and maybe you wait 5 to 10 minutes for them to get it done. That's actually the reason why a lot of foreign people I've heard from living in Korea moving back to like America, they get so irritated because everything takes forever. Buses, subways, even in the countryside, you don't have to wait very long. I literally will rush to get the next subway. At most, you'd have to wait is 5 minutes, but typically it's like 2 or 3 minutes where the next subway is gonna come. But so I don't have to wait 2 or 3 minutes, I literally will run through the subway, run down the stairs to catch the next train that's coming because I don't wanna wait 2 to 3 minutes even sometimes. The next one I actually realized when I was talking with Mr. Rich, and that is using navigation in the car, even if you know where you're going. When I was in America, I rarely used navigation. When I left America, not everybody had smartphones. I didn't have a smartphone until I came to Korea. So we didn't have like maps and navigation you could easily just use on your phone. So most of us back in that time just relied on our memory or like actual maps to get to places and knowing street names and stuff. So if you're trying to figure out where a restaurant is, your friend will say, oh, it's on this street by the Piggly Wiggly or wherever it is. And then, oh, okay, I know where Piggly Wiggly is, so I'll go on that street. I'll head north, south, east, or west on that street and I'll get there. I find that I rely on it too much now. Even if I know where I'm going, sometimes it's just a habit to just put on navigation. I go to the gym every single day. I know exactly where it is, but sometimes in the morning, it's just a habit. I get on the phone, I type in the gym, and I just have the navigation on in the car when I'm on my way there. But also in Korea, like the time of arrival is like super accurate. So you like to have it on because you see exactly what time you're gonna arrive. 10:52, 1:18, like whatever the exact time is, so you know exactly how long it's gonna take for you to get there. And I think a part of that goes with the fast culture. You wanna get where you wanna get in the fastest possible way. And you also wanna know exactly what time you're gonna get there so you know how much time you have. But thinking about it, I realized just in general, I hate waiting for stuff. I hate waiting for stuff now. I literally will get up super early and go somewhere super early just so that I don't have to encounter a wait. Like, I'd rather lose a little bit of sleep just so I can go there, get it done, and get back than like to just like slowly go there and then have to have a wait for whatever it is. Especially theme parks. My sisters were here. I'm like, okay guys, we're going to the theme park. We're gonna be there right when the door opens so we can rush in and get to that ride and don't have to wait for it. Yeah. Another speech habit that I picked up that I did not realize until a couple days ago is that I don't sometimes say R's. So in Korea, the L and the R is like kind of the same. For example, Ruben and Luna is the same one, but in English, there's a Ruben and a Luna. In Korea, it's both Luna, Ruben. When I say Ruben's name in English, I say like Lubin. Lubin. And I realized I said that a couple days ago. I was like, wow, what is happening to my brain? I'm willing to bet there's other words that I say like that too, but I just haven't paid attention to it until I caught myself saying Lubin. I cannot. Another habit that I've sort of picked up, like sometimes I joke about it in videos, but sometimes I actually do it, is like leaving my stuff unattended, like out in public at like cafe, at wherever it is. You know, in Korea, the rate of like people stealing your stuff is like very, very low. And the only times I've ever like lost my wallet, a couple hours later, I get a call from the local police station. Someone found your wallet and turned it into the police station. You can come to this police station to come get it. And I had a friend when I first came to Korea, when I lived in Anyang, named Kaya. The girl lost her wallet like every week. And then she would always get a call a few hours later to go pick it up. Like, not even a $1 is missing out of that wallet. So over time, like, you just start getting a little more comfortable with leaving your stuff unattended here in Korea, except bikes. They will steal your bikes. I bought a bike. It was literally stolen within a couple days. I went to meet with a friend at a cafe, and then I was there first, and I wanted to reserve our seat, so I just like put my purse on the table and then just like went to the bathroom, did whatever, and then came back, and I was like, wow, I really feel comfortable just leaving my purse and stuff sat around here at these cafes now. Gotta make sure I remind myself when I go to America to not do that. Another habit that I picked up is actually not speaking up all the time now about certain things. I think sometimes in Korea, the overall vibe is like whatever the group is doing is kind of like what you need to be doing. So if there's something that makes you feel uncomfortable or whatnot in the group, and then you speak up, actually, I don't like this, it makes me uncomfortable, but everybody else wants to do it, then you're kind of seen as the one who's like ruining the vibes of the group. It's like, why are you ruining the vibe of the group? And so there have been times where I've been hesitant to like speak up about certain things for that reason. And I think overall, like when you're really deep in Korean society, especially within Korean families, there's sort of this pressure to just not speak up and ruin it, just kind of go with the flow of what people are doing. Especially if you're not hungry, but then some people want to go eat. Some people don't want to eat by themselves, or they don't want to be the only people eating. So if somebody asks you if you want to eat something or if you want to go here, that typically means in Korea that they really want to go eat that thing. So you kind of pick up on those things, like the nunchi. In Korea, there's a word nunchi. Even if you're not that hungry, but you see that person really wants to go, you don't want to say no, because then they're not going to go by themselves, or they'll eat something that they didn't really want to eat instead, just something quick like at the convenience store. So in a case like that, like you would just say, okay, let's go, where that person wants to go. Another thing that I always do now is I always ask for people's age when we first meet. It's not particularly something that we would do in America, but in Korea, when you're meeting people based on the person's age, depends on how you talk to them. Like which sort of language you use when you talk to them. There's like formal languages. And then also it could determine how you eat or drink even in front of them. I've made videos before about like eating and drinking culture in Korea around, older people. But like if there's an older person or a superior and you're taking a sip of alcohol, for example, you don't want to look them in the eye and then just take it, right? You kind of got to turn your head away and then take it. If their people are older or higher than you, then when we're eating, they have to start eating first. Like there's a bunch of rules surrounding like what you can and cannot do if somebody's older, and what language you should use and how you behave. So I find myself doing that too. Okay, this is kind of a funny one. In Korea, when people say no, a lot of times they go like this. They be like, no. Like they make this big, no. X. And so sometimes I do that too, like to the kids, when the kids are doing something they're not supposed to do, or no, I'd be like, guys, no, no. Especially, I think they do it a lot to foreign people if they don't know that you understand Korean or whatever, and they're just telling you not to do something. They'll just start going like this at you. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's been a while since we've had one of these little like sort of quick videos, chatting and stuff. I hope that you really enjoyed it. If there's some other topics that you want me to talk about, and if there's other topics you want me to talk about, let me know if you want me to do a shorter, sort of fast one with editing like this, or a longer podcasty talking style video with it. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm really having fun coming and doing these talking videos with you guys once again. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube page, which is down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, like me on Facebook, and I will see ya.